Macalania Woods. Now, Macalania Woods, as we all know, is thoroughly depressing. So let's stop being excited and happy about the Choco Porter and the Chocobo now. It's broken anyway. Let's go to the woods and get a little bit bummed out, shall we? And not just depress us, but actually some really cool story about the faith.
We were all sleeping quite happily when we had a peculiar dream.
Really?
During our sleep, the faith did speak.
The faith spoke to you?
Fear shakes, churns, and spins. A fearsome power lies within. Now it's gone and sucked us in. This horrid dream, what could it mean?
The faith that protected Spira are not immune to the forces of destruction. These woods, too, will perish, and we along with them.
Wait. Forces? No, you tell us more. Wait, what about what, Vegnagun? Vegnagun's taken the faith inside it? Do the faith need help? The faith are in trouble? That would explain what happened with the... What? Crazy stuff, right, guys? Man, completed score increases with this one. That's not it for Macalania. You actually get 2 different comm spheres now. I'll just point out. You get Woods Entrance and Travel Agency. Let's deal with the Woods Entrance first. And what we're about to view here depends on the mission in Chapter 3 that took place on Mount Gagazet. Alright? So this is one of the cool things. This is one of the payoffs for me doing 2 files of you guys. We saved the Guado by stopping the Ronso, right? So, as you can see here, the Guado are around. And they're actually fairly happy. And they'll meet up. I thought these guys would actually talk to each other, but apparently they're just sort of standing around. This is kind of funny. I like to think that they're the family that we saw before. I'll try one more as well, but I think that that's pretty much all the scenes for this save file. But the Guado are here, and, you know, they're okay, right? Funnily enough, if you didn't do that Gagazet mission, if you let Garrick defy Mount Gagazet, it's a little sadder and a little bit more intense what you see when you come into these comm spheres. And again, it's very difficult to get a scene like this, or what you're about to see on the comm spheres here, because you'd have to be a player that cares enough to go to Macalania Woods, which is an entirely optional place, but not care enough to go to another optional place, Mount Gagazet, which is kind of weird. But if you do that, if you make sure you've dropped the comm spheres in Chapter 3, and you didn't do anything on the mountain, the woods are in a very different place to just seeing a couple of Guado wandering around. There's some Ronso here. It's crazy, actually, to see them here. Especially that they look like the friggin' Ronso fangs. But see, 2 of them want to start wandering around. 3 of them? 4 of them? I've actually never seen this before. 5 Ronso. Oh, God, the youth are in the woods. 6? Oh, my God, there's loads of them. And if we keep an eye on the sky, actually, I believe that it, like, turns red, as you can see. Oh, my God, it's kind of scary. I wonder how long this goes on. I'm just going to let it roll for a while. Look at that. Look, it's constantly turning red. The blood of the Guado fills the sky. It's really sad, actually. Just look at them all wandering around. But yeah, the Ronso are killing all of the Guado. I guess we basically got our fill of this. Now, I'll tell you something that's very, very interesting about all this, okay? In chapter... Well, hold on. We'll go one more. Now, not all of the Guado do die, as you guys are going to see here. I think the last thing you see of them, on a file like this, the last you see of the Guado, okay? And we'll in Chapter 5, we'll have a look in the forest and see what we see. But basically, like, I think we see one survivor here. All the Ronso are gone, the sky is still red. And a single Guado should appear on the screen somewhere. There he is. He's probably not going to talk, I would guess, since they're so limited with Guado voice acting. They so rarely do it. They did it a little in the previous game with Defender X in the Calmlands, and obviously with Trommel. Now, here's the interesting thing about all this. If you sacrifice the Guado in this way, they never get to go home. They never, do anything. They come to the forest to die. This is actually one of the only ways you see... you have the choice in either 10 or 10-2. You never really get the choice to do this, okay? To actually kill a character. Like, that could be something you see in a lot of different RPGs. But in both 10 and 10-2, there's never really a choice to kill a character. Like, if a character dies, a character dies. But in this case, a main character does die based on your choices, and that's Trommel. You will never see Trommel again. because of what happened here, as far as I'm aware. So there you go. That's one of the more interesting branches of the game. And the Guado are gone. So the travel agency as well actually has alternate scenes depending on whether you helped Owaka or not. So first, let's just have a little bit of a look on our main file here. Hey, how's it going? Oh, look, he opens up. You can see inside properly. That's so cool. Hey, Owaka.
Hello, Owaka at your service.
How's the shop doing?
Well, not so good, really. There's nothing but fiends around here. Hardly see any customers at all. But I decided to stand by me shop, and stand by me shop I will. Just you watch. I'll be bigger than Rin. All the travel agencies in Spira will be operating under the name of Owaka.
This is actually really badass, this chain of little cutscenes we're going to see here. Good luck, Owaka. One day you'll be bigger than Rin's, I swear. So, there might be a couple of places in 10.2 where you're kind of like, it didn't follow on from the story of 10 very well. And I actually think Owaka is a fairly good example of that. But we're actually going to see some really cool payoff here, actually. Alright, well, do we have to zoom in on the door? Hey, man, do we have to wait for you every time?
Another day, and still no customers.
No customers. Another day, another dollar, Owaka?
Already been a year since he left.
Oh, wait, what? Since who left? Since who left? You know, there's quite a lot of flavour to these, actually, just sort of waiting around.
Come right in, Owaka's open for business.
Wait, who are you saying that to? Who are you saying that to?
Oh, what's the point?
Oh, man. You want to change these signs here, buddy? Look, this still looks like Rin's place. Look, it still says Rin up there. That says Rin. That's Spear and script. It's meant to look like English, and I can read it. Look, it says Rin. You want to change it to Owaka's, dude? That's all you got to do. You guys are missing out on a little bit of flavour. Hopefully you're not missing out on too much, but like some of the flavour of the comm spheres is like waiting around in anticipation, like biting your nails a little to see if something's going to happen. And so there's usually a bit of a delay on each event, making you as the player a little bit uneasy, a little bit unsure, and that's what makes it kind of feel cool, you know, like this is some kind of living world that you're just watching, and there's a chance something might happen, there's a chance something might not.
Kima, Peck, Conjula, Yeed, Winnow, Waka.
Sail big. Service at Owaka's.
There he is for now, Wexel.
Oh, I'm freezing my bum off. Who would have I don't... The word bum appeared in X-2. There you go. Alright, and so once you've gone through all the kind of the funny ones, this last one, the door doesn't open. And so you're like, oh, wow, that's it. That's basically, it's all over, right? But it gets really good. This doesn't actually give you any % completion or anything. But the really cool thing is, if we pan the camera to the right... Who knew we could have done this?
It's hard to come home like this after a whole year being away.
Check it out!
I wonder if my brother's still upset.
Check it out! Oh, Once comes home! How's it going, man? So Once has been missing... and what you got to remember, guys, is at the end of the last game, Owaka was out of the business. He was done. He wasn't interested anymore. And Once was the one that was carrying it on. And then in this game, Owaka was in debt, and Owaka was back in the thick of it, and they never explained it very well. But in the dossiers, they pointed out that, you know, that something had happened, that Once had left, and that Owaka was back. And he's been gone for a year, and check it out! So the story is there. They just keep you waiting for it a little while. Oh, obviously, all of this can be missed. I'll show you what it looks like if you never even... you know, gave Owaka the help he wanted. You never brought him back on the airship. You left him slaving away in the desert, as we saw so many episodes ago. And as you can see, the Albed are here. Now, this place does get attacked by fiends, even if Owaka doesn't come back, and the Albed defend it.
Mila ekdas buninamol mukat tiadu ifin udiug. Midamo dushihu kunika drech krija ribahat. Rin eklinadmo ejidekidek kesimina letad ukendra mihanikalo.
We're getting out of bed primer for our efforts. She's trying to run into the wall there, but we can't understand it. Maybe you guys could help out in the comments as to exactly what was going on there. Rin was mentioned, Mihen was, but what else? Who knows? And so after all of that, on all files, once you've seen Once has returned, you don't know the conclusion of Once returning, but you actually have a chance of seeing fiends out the front of the shop. You also have a chance of seeing nothing, and apparently we got the chance of seeing nothing. But, you know, like those fiends that we fought to get the Berserker Sphere, you see those. By the way, on my alt file, that was really hard to kill them. The Chimeras, oh my god, so deadly. But hey, we managed to get through in the end. I had to do that to drop the comm sphere so that I could show you guys those alt scenes with a Waka there. Alright, moving on. We got Beacon Out Desert. Once again, we have 2 different comm spheres. Let's check out the excavation camp first of all. Really not too much to do here, which is a nice little break, I suppose. We spent a long time at Macalania. But check it out. These guys digging. And here's Nadler.
How are things over there? Another perfect day for digging. Everyone's hard at work. But one thing. Lately, there's been a pretty nasty fiend wandering in the desert.
Yeah, we saw it.
Think you could help us out? Any time you could spare a hand would be fine.
Lady, I'm running all...
Help you? You will? That's great. Good luck, then. Show that fiend who's boss.
Nah, Una doesn't even accept.
Hero, summoner, dormant.
Man, stop it. Why just the game just will not stop? Shinra, damn it. I'm not a doormat. I'm just trying to help people out because they're all hopeless. And they're helpless themselves. So, my guide actually feels the need to point out to people that that is not a prerequisite to starting the Angramenu story. Lady, we've already been running around the whole world looking for cactuars. And so the next time you come back, actually, I don't believe there's anything really. You just get to see the guys working. She's not here. It would be kind of cool if we could talk to Pickett. Oh, Pickett, come over. Talk to us, bro. But yeah, and that guy's like aggressive. That guy looks dead. That's clearly like an animation they used in the previous game of a dead Albed. And they're just showing it here again. Oh my god. Now, they do something very cool for the Cactuar Nation, right? What do you guys expect is going to happen when we go to the Cactuar Nation? Like, really? Like, who are we going to talk to? But the thing is, right, like, if we view it via Comsphere, it's not like we've gone to the actual camp and got Benzo with us. So they do something really kind of funny. Check it out, we're just in a field of cacti. This is basically what I would expect, right? And, of course, we're right next to Marnla. This is where the Comsphere did get dropped. Oh, no, that's not Marnla. Or is it Marnla? I hear the squeaking noises. Marnla? Marnla? I think it is Marnla. But look, she's not moving. She's just talking to us. But we can't understand anything.
This is hopeless without Benzo.
See? See? It's hopeless without Benzo. And that's basically it. And when you load back in, it just keeps going. She just keeps talking. There's actually very, very, very little scene, very few scenes to see in Chapter 4. So this is kind of your experience of Chapter 4. There's a couple more we'll see later. But yeah, so for now anyway, at the very least, that's it for Beaconell. You know, yeah, just cool little scenes. Alright, so we did, of course, already look at Pavel a little. It was one of the ones we saw earlier. Now, the Pavel stuff, here we go.
Must be camera shot.
Never mind. Alright, they shoot it out, okay? So because we gave it to the Youth League, they shoot it out and you're done after that original conversation with Marauder. However, if you are New Yevon, of course, you get a slightly different scene. For now, though, that Pavel sphere is completely broken and it's offline. So as you guys are going to see here, on a New Yevon file, nobody shoots the comm sphere because obviously they're perfectly happy with you. You actually get a couple more scenes.
How could you let one of the League members sneak in? They're probably planning an attack right now. Do your jobs.
What do you mean? These guys are all going to wander off. So, of course, they're talking about Marauder here. Interesting.
I've caught an intruder.
Hey, let me go, will ya?
You let a child get past you?
Oh, go, Posse. Go. I need to turn around and see him. Must.
Who you calling a child? Kindergartens! Ta-da!
Wow, it's the entire Kindergartens group. They actually do something very cute here with Shinra in a second. Because, of course, Shinra's like riding shotgun.
Run away!
I mean, this is just having the little kids beat up these guys. Makes them all seem so incompetent. Let's just put it down to New Yevon, not Yevon, all right? Yevon was scary.
What's this thing?
Boom!
Whoa!
This is called a comm sphere. Shinra invented it.
Yeah. When I grow up, I want to build cool stuff too. Just like Mr. Shinra.
I'm just a kid.
You're Shinra? Just a kid? Just a kid.
With some practice, anybody can make one of these.
Even me?
You've got plenty of time to learn.
Hey, will you show us how to make them sometime?
My pleasure. I wish I could play sometime too.
You're on. Definitely.
You got a deal.
Oh, see? Shinra's like so responsible there. Shinra so rarely gets to shine as a character. But there you go. He's a little kid and he's going to trade friendship for the intelligence on how to build a comm sphere. Very, very nice. For the Calmlands, there's nothing too serious. But there are some cool little things. And again, a bit like that dog burying something in Besaid. There's something very similar here as well if you watch enough of the little cuts. So check it out. There's the guy. Hey, you're helping me matchmake with my son. Here's a guy that looks like Father Zeke, right? Remember that guy that was like a super minor character but had a main cast credit in the previous game? Yep. Or Father Zook, sorry. It looks so much like him. It's really weird, right? I wonder whether they did this. I wonder whether this is just like us getting to watch a previous cutscene. No, that's crazy. There's two conspiracy level theorists. Anyway, so check it out. This is the lady that shop. They all look fairly happy. It's basically just people moving in and out on the first one. The second time you watch, it should be basically more of the same. It's just loads of different people. So the idea is we're just watching people come to the shop. He's like, hey, I want to buy some of your best dark sunglasses. I want to boost the power of my dark type moves. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't actually have any of those in stock. Maybe you'll have to come back tomorrow. It's okay. I'm an outbid, so I rely on many of my wares on digs. And she's like, hey, can I buy some soft sand? I know you're outbid, so you're from the desert, right? And she's like, how dare you? That's very racist of you. They're very, very outrageous. But I'll have a look and see. Oh, look, I did end up having some. There you go. Enjoy. That'll be 3,000 gil. Cheers. Bye. And they'll basically have different customers. However, the third time we come back, you've still got customers. That woman sprinted right in. Wow. But if we pan all the way to the right, okay, you'll actually see that there's a guy back there, right? And he's supposed to be, like, consoling his son. I don't know whether we'll see his son or what, but you'll see him back there. See this? Here you go. Here, watch. Oh, look, he's all sad. He doesn't want to hear it. Oh. So something's going on with these guys, all right? That's that time. And then finally, but this time, what you should see, it's kind of tricky, actually. I'm not sure how long till the scene triggers. I don't know why I said finally, actually, because this isn't the final one. But now you'll notice on this next time, that guy runs all the way up there, grabs a chest. See how he moves it and slides it across the floor? Opens it up, stashes something in the chest, thinking no one's watching him, and then closes the chest back up again. There you go. And then pushes it all the way back there. And by watching this, how cool is this? By watching this in Chapter 5, there will be a chest that is up there that we can go up and press X on, and we can claim some loot. We can even do something kind of extra special based on that as well. But there you go. Cool little thing. The travel agency sphere now meets a cruel and unjust fate with these lupines. Why doesn't anybody care that there's these monsters here? Look how happy they look laying down. Oh, no!
That was tasteless.
Tasteless. I'm sure he had a lovely snack. And there you go. So that's the agency. Next, though, we can still choose Calmlands because we, of course, have the Chocobo Ranch. The Chocobo Ranch, again, has alt scenes. I'm not going to show you the alt scenes on this one because they're not that interested. If you don't have... If you did everything to open the ranch and you put the sphere there and everything, but you never actually had any Chocobos, you'll just have Glasgow looking really sad here, basically. However, we do have Chocobos. You need at least one to trigger these scenes, okay? So check it out. Hey, Glasgow.
You're a good boy, aren't you? Good boy. Oh, yes, you are.
You're talking to that Chocobo exactly the same as the one on the airship. All right? You think he doesn't know that? You think that's okay? All right. And he should actually talk to us the next time we come back. Glasgow. Glasgow, where are you? I saw you doing things with this bird earlier. And now you're gone. God knows how long he was there, right? It's so creepy. I love it, though. It's so creepy, but it's so cool. As you guys will notice, if you look up, by the way, they've got, like, this faded black.
It's been a while since we've seen Lady Yuna.
Hey,
Hello?
Hey there. Dude.
Lady Yuna?
We won't be able to visit you for a while. Are the chocobos doing okay? Take care of them.
Of course. Hope to see you sometime soon.
This would be the weirdest thing ever. All right, there you go. Just the person's voice comes out. But here, look, I want to point something out to you guys. Look up. Look at the ceiling. Now, I edited something onto a previous video. When we did the first-person shooter thing in the Besaid Temple, and I looked up, there was a proper ceiling up there. I think they must have, like, copy-pasted the floor and put up there or something. But everywhere else, you notice, they just do this weird fade to black thing, because that's usually where your camera's looking at the world from, right? And they don't usually try to... So that's kind of like their get-around. It's just a very indistinct, like, faded kind of roof that doesn't really exist. So, unfortunately, this time, he promises to look after that chocobo that we caught from Besaid while we were grinding. And Clasko, excuse me. Oh, there you go.
No more running away, you. What if Lady Yuna saw you doing that?
We did. We did. We saw the aftermath. Caught right at the end. He must be so unhappy about that. Dude, don't be incompetent, please. This is supposed to be your true calling. Don't be incompetent with the chocobos. Come on. If that one wants to run away, we should send it. We should put it on our Choco Runner team, guys. And we should send it out somewhere really cool. This next one should just be him generically taking care of it. Probably the same dialogue or whatever. Oh, he's on the floor. We missed it. No. You're right, Clasko. All right, so what we missed was, I guess I left that last scene a little bit earlier. The chocobo kicks him. Oh, no. There you go. And there you go. That's it. That's literally how it ends. There you go. Clasko gets kicked by the chocobo. And good job, dude. We got him kicked in the head. At least it's not a horse, dude. You might think, all right, you've got Mountain Gate, where all the Ronso are, and you've got Hot Springs, which is basically just an empty remote area right at the top of the mountain. In the freezing cold, desolate, dreary place. You might think that most of the stuff is the Mountain Gate. It's not. There's two things at the Mountain Gate, and then there's tons of stuff at the Hot Springs. And not just tons of stuff at the Hot Springs that you can ignore, but tons of stuff that improves your percent completion for some reason. Some of these things we've already seen deserved to, and they don't. And the Hot Springs is full of stuff. Anyway, this one of the Mountain Gate also does, and it's important that you see it. Depending on whether you did Battle Blockade in the previous mission, changes Kamari's reasoning here.
Hey, Kamari! I'm going to be in a concert.
But yeah.
Bring the rest of the Ronso and come watch.
Yeah, come watch.
Kimari cannot.
Why?
Elder Kimari have duty. Kimari cannot leave mountain.
That's too bad. I really wanted you to come listen.
Kimari listen.
With Kimari heart.
Song join.
Oh, that's right.
Yuna sing from heart. Kimari hear Yuna's song.
Oh, so cheesy.
Kimari believe this.
You're right. You're right. I'll do my best, Kamari.
Oh, that's so sweet. Look at how much we can look up the mountains here. This is such a cool little perspective here. Look, 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 look. Let's look back down the road that we came up from. Ah, it's amazing. So anyway, if you do it this way, if you actually finish the mission, that's what he says. If you didn't finish the mission, the scene's slightly different.
Kimari cannot. Angry Ronso youth leave mountain. Seek revenge on Guado. Kimari chase after Ronso. Cannot stop them. Kimari ashamed. Kimari not worthy to face Yuna.
Kamari.
Kimari not leave. Pray for Yuna from mountain.
Regardless, after both, he actually gets sat down and he gets a bit of a massage now. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. That's quite a good little animation they got there. So he sits down. She rubs his shoulders. She even uses her elbow for a little while, which is pretty interesting. Didn't we as Yuna do that too at some point? And yeah, he gets it good with that girl. Very nice. Good job, Kamari there. All right. Now let's start on the far more interesting
Maybe grudge melt away.
Hot spring videos. Oh, maybe it will. Is this supposed to be Garrick, or is this just one of the young Ronso youth? I actually don't know. Now, for most players, okay, who play the game, what they'll find is they have to watch loads of these. Like, if you're really in it just for the 100% completion and this is like your 5th time playing the game, I can imagine the comspheres would get a bit annoying. But you can skip most of it because so few of them actually give you that percent or are really super necessary. But the hot spring's full of them, and so this is the main place where players have to keep going in and out. All right, this next one, you could actually just come in and ignore it. You could be like, oh, I don't know what it is, and just press square and be done. But apparently, there, yeah, if we zoom in on the right. I see you.
Here of all places.
Yeah, enjoying a nice, relaxing, sweet bath. There you go, and he runs off. That one's actually not associated with any of the 10 gatekeepers, as far as I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. There is one on Kilika that we need to get. So this next one will show a certain character having a bath. This will give us increased completed score. And it relates to some of the stuff from the Moonflow. There he is, look! They said Tobley was missing, and here he is. He's at the friggin' hot springs. You guys thought that was going to be main story stuff? No way. He's right here. Tobley, we need you. Talk to us. Agree to help us. Let's instead of actually going to the Moonflow and doing the story the main way, let's actually talk to you like this. Wait, come back.
That really hit the spot. Hubba.
Jesus. Why would you say hubba hubba? Oh, because it's cold. Oh.
Owie.
Oh. Oh, and then he runs off. What is this? And what's going on back there? What? There were some girls over there. Is that what the laughing was? I thought the laughing was supposed to be Riku. Oh, wait, was he... Hold on, did he turn around and see the girls over there? That's why he said hubba hubba, not because of the cold. And then he tried to run in, and then he fell over, and then he got embarrassed and left. Jesus, a lot of stuff happened there. But yeah, you will actually fight Tobley. You can't shout out to him and be like, hey, yo, by the way, blah, 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 and have an alternate way through the game. But yeah. And of course, wherever there is Tobley, there are Hypello. These guys are really cool. I think they synchronized come out. Wait for it, Shinra.
What the?
Oh, Yuna sounded so cute when she laughed there. Oh, this is so good. Check it out. So toasty. Oh, it's kind of scary, actually. As long as they just walk past the comsphere. But yeah, so I guess that's Tobley's parade of Hypello, who were only allowed in after him. This next one's got just about the craziest creatures you would expect to be in the... There they are, in the hot spring. Shoe puffs! How? How do the shoe puffs even climb this high up the mountain? I get the feeling that the devs are just having fun. Like, you can really... Like, the impression I get from the Creature Create stuff and the Comsphere stuff specifically, it kind of just feels like, you know, the devs of this game, they had all these assets and all this fun stuff, and it's like they were... Oh my god, it's moving towards the camera. They just got to have fun, you know? It was like, alright, these people have built the game, and I'm just going to play around and reuse all the existing animations and stuff and just do cool things in different places. And that, you know, that's exactly how I would treat it. If, like, you know, if I learned how to perfectly hack Final Fantasy X or X-2 or something.
Bet you didn't see this coming.
To make a fan game built out of it or something. You just mess about, you know? Someone had fun doing this. No, I definitely didn't see this coming. Look at that. You can zoom in on the eye of a Hypello. Oh, of a shoe puff here, Jesus. Oh, and a Hypello. But of a shoe puff in this game, in far greater, better detail than you ever could in 10, even though it's the exact same creature in both games. How cool is that? There's a bit of tearing under him there, actually. He looks a bit injured. But yeah.
This it?
Wait, why would you say, is this it? Just because the previous one was some crazy, fascinating mobs. Now, on this one, actually, you want to zoom in on the man, and you get a bit more information. Come on. But I don't know how... It's quite difficult to pin him, I guess. We'll see when he gets a little bit closer. Dude! I thought he was going to swim out of view there for a second and leave forever. Hey, who are you? You're like that guy I wanted from Kilika. Tats, was it? With that special technique, invisible shot, in the previous game. Dude! Oh, man, I can't do it. Apparently, if you zoom in on him, you get a monologue. But I can't do it, guys. I can't trigger it. We're just going to have to move on. The next one's really, really, really cool. I want to show you as well. Who would you expect even less likely than a shoe puff up here, all right? Even less likely than that. Really think about that for a second. Who is less likely right now to be at the hot springs? It's Buddy!
Buddy?
Getting massaged by a shoe puff.
That felt good.
Dude, what? What? And you notice it boots us out on its own here. I never pressed square. You wouldn't have noticed that. Look! Buddy! Look at like the condensation coming from his mouth there. That's really interesting. Is that because he was still like a Gagazette version of... Oh, I don't know.
So, where to, kids?
Oh my god. And we get kicked all the way back. We have to go back to the comms fizz now. Don't actually talk to him because he'll ask you if you want to go to proceed with the story. But yeah. Owaka! This one also increases your completed score. How's it going, dude? I don't know whether he actually talks to us. It seems that at the hot springs, nobody directly talks to us. And we don't really talk very much ourselves. Maybe because it's creepy, what we're doing?
Welcome to Owaka.
What is this? They've made a version of Owaka without a shirt on.
Welcome to Owaka's.
Wait, what about your brother?
Welcome to Owaka's.
I never thought we'd see Owaka's nipples. I never realised we'd be seeing Owaka's nipples.
Welcome to Owaka.
Oh, wow. Why is he in there with his backpack on?
I think I'm onto something.
Yeah, that's good. Welcome. Oh, Shinra. Shinra, that was really rude. Wow. Well, there you go. Shirtless Owaka, baby. This is what makes the Comspheres the best feature of the game. Well, that question of where once is should be getting interested. So, these two twins, once again. Twins in the hot springs, dancing in sync. And check out who's wandering around. It's Once. You might not realise that that's Once. It's quite hard to catch him, but it's totally Once. Hey, dude. Look how shy he looks. He's like, I can't look. I want to look at them. I want to look at the ladies in the pool. That's totally what they're doing here. But yeah, it's Once. So he's close to Owaka here. Were they directly talking? Wait, what? He runs off. Oh, they laughed at him.
Whoops.
Wow. I didn't realise that voice acting was going to be there. All right, cool. So this next one actually is going to have some really important characters. 3 brothers that haven't met one another. Very similar to Owaka and Once for a long time. And check it out.
How's life treating you, Isaru?
Same as always.
With you, it's always same as always, isn't it?
Hey, did you guys hear? Lady Yuna's a sphere hunter now.
The fact that I don't change is one of my better assets. Can't you accept that?
No.
What's an asset?
Oh.
Do I have an asset too? Asset?
Only other people can tell you what your assets are.
You just...
They're not something you can judge on your own.
But that's what you just did, dude. I disagree with that. Not changing is not an asset.
May I have a word with you?
Older brother to older brother.
What?
What? What? Why? Why did he hit him? So, in some ways, I'm a little bit disappointed, actually, that this scene is like a hot spring thing. Like, it seemed so sad before when we saw them in Chapter 1. And we were like, how's Isaru? How's Isaru? How's Isaru? Everybody remember that? Well, you know. Oh, look, he's waving at us. Hello. Hi. The kiddies see us. But the kindergartens don't. And you actually see all 3 of the brothers once again together at the hot springs. I'm really tempted on this next one to be like, oh, we've seen all this stuff with brothers, so let's do something with sisters. But I don't actually think these people are sisters. Yeah. Check it out. It's Elma. Hey, Elma. How's it going? And then look, they put her in like a bikini setup as well. Everybody's relaxing. You know, you think that...
Have you heard what Klasko's doing these days?
I don't know. Why would I know what he's up to?
Because you used...
I hope he's all right.
Because you three used to be...
I'm sure he's off somewhere gushing about how much he loves his good little chocobo.
Wow. Elmer seems so mean there.
Well, maybe he's closer than we think.
Wait, is he closer than we think? Clasko? Clasko, are you in the scene somewhere? Are you up on the hole that we as the girls fell down into the springs on? You know, they give like the impression that all of Spear has fallen into chaos, and you just find everyone's chilling out here at the damn hot spring. Ah. Jeez, you'd think we'd be running out of characters at this point. But one of my favorite encounters from Chapter 3, and a character from there, returns. Once again, it's Macon, and he's got a monkey. Hey, Macon.
Sacred Mount Gargazet.
Teach us something.
The permanence of this place is palpable. Care to hear about it?
Yes, talk to the monkey.
Ah, pity.
Oh, God, that's so sad. Oh, he tells his story to anyone he can. Everybody ignores him. Dude, seriously, talk to me. Right now. Let's do it. You've got so much cool stuff. What happened? What are you pondering right now? Information from the previous chapter? Damn it. Ugh. And now that he looks all just sad. And he wanders off. Goodbye, Macon. Goodbye forever. Again, this next one we're loading into is an alternate scene depending on whether you had a chocobo at the ranch or not. So if you had a chocobo at the ranch, Clasko will be here with one of those. If there was no chocobo, he'll just be very sad. So, again, like, you just get to...
This is the life. Relaxing with a chocobo. I just want to sit here doing nothing.
Dude, you're obsessed.
Every time I try to do something, it ends up going wrong. Maybe I can get through life without doing anything at all.
Bingo. The chocobo likes that.
Wait for me!
I swear there's a line from the previous game. That's damn right, alright? Lesson of X-2. Go through life, don't do anything at all. So it becomes a little bit of a game at this point to figure out what other characters are left. Well, I'll give you a hint for this next one. Al Bed. Oh, hello.
I tell you, sometimes I just don't know what gets into them kids these days, you know? Letting themselves get all bent out of shape up over the tiniest little thing.
Not everyone who gets bent out of shape is a kid, if you know what I mean.
Just whose side are you on, anyway? You're not so young yourself, Missy. About time you started acting your age.
Sid.
You don't say that to women.
I bet we could start quite a business here at the Springs.
Sid, you're drowning. Sid. There you go.
We'll make a fortune. We can finally rebuild home.
Why build a home the Albed no longer need?
What in tarnation? So just what have you been saving up all that gil for?
I have decided I want my own home. That is what I am working for now.
Wow. That's actually really cool. I had no idea that was a story. That's really cool. What? So he's going to create X-3, guys.
It might be cliche, but times really are changing. Even if you rebuilt home, no one would come. People are too busy looking for a new place to belong.
Yeah, and it would be a new place. No, Sid, don't buy that. Don't buy... Okay, go back underwater. I'm telling you, that's really interesting. X3, I know you guys don't like me talking about X3 because we all get very excited about the potentials and then they never come true. But seriously, Rin builds a new home. Sid is sad. Oh, man. How long is he going under there? That's crazy. But yeah, you get Nardler. It's kind of sad, actually, that they never really had any other super strong Albed characters to pick that weren't a part of the Gullwings, for example. But yeah. All right, and I guess he's over there. He's just going to go way over there now. That's a cool one. That's a really cool one. And your completed score has continued to go up each time. last but not least, you get Donna. Donna on her own, no Bartello with her.
My.
Because, of course, on Killiker right now, she's not there. We're just on her windowsill. My, what? Is that what you say?
It's just no fun all alone.
Aww. That's true, Donna. I know how you feel. I'm sorry. And off she goes. And speaking of alone... Oh, no. Oh, she's over there. Is she just going to keep swimming, or...? It's kind of weird the way she's bobbing up and down there, actually. You never know how long to watch the comms vids. This is why I love them so much. Alright. So she's just kind of swimming about. And so now, if we refresh one final time, you will find the empty hot spring. So there you go. That's it. That's all the hot spring ones. Chapter 4 itself, in terms of if you don't do the comms spheres, is a very short, very linear little chapter. But so we're almost done here. Of course, we do have Zanarkand Ruins. Easily missed. If you're kind of 100% character, kind of player, sorry, then yeah, you can almost forget to do Zanarkand, because as I mentioned last chapter, there's very little going on. Very little to see in the comms spheres too. In fact, there's no dialogue really whatsoever, as far as I'm aware. You just get like one of these really beautiful shots of the fireflies, all the dead of Zanarkand. It's such a sad place, such a cool idea for a place as well. And just a bunch of tourists. So there's another save sphere there. And the tourists are just crowding around. More tourists than you actually get when you visit the chapter, I believe, because obviously we've been doing a lot with the monkeys. But so there you go. That's the last of the comms spheres, guys. Very little basic. So basically what's going to happen now is we are going to complete a little bit more of the story and get back to the Celsius, still in Chapter 4. And we're going to be able to view a couple more of the comms spheres. Some of the places will get more updates. Some of them we've seen everything. So, like, for example, the hot springs there. The hot springs never update again. I think we've seen every single one for the entire chapter now. But some other places, like the Mountain Gate, instead, will actually have more things as well. But hey, Payne, something about the way you said blah, 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 she wants to do it. All right, so we're going to go check out Buddy. I'm going to quickly save the game, but we're going to check out Buddy, and we're going to go down to the Moonflow.